news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canador's alumni office. Visit canadorcollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
And good afternoon as we welcome you inside North Bay Memorial Gardens for the Frontline broadcast. Game day coverage of the U18 Trappers who are in action against the Sioux U18 Junior Greyhounds. The two teams are just about to come out on the ice. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Mr. Ben Sargent. Fans may know him as the producer of the Frontline podcast, making his debut here on the Frontline broadcast. But first, before we get to Ben's thoughts, let's go to our players to watch.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram.
All right, so our player to watch for the Sioux Junior Greyhounds is number 1 in your program, number 1 in a lot of hearts, Maverick Fletcher, the goaltender. He's 2006 birth year. He's one of the top goalies in the league. He'll be facing off against Mike McIver, who's basically the battle of the top 2 goaltenders in this league. And now we'll bring in Mr. Ben Sargent for his player to watch on the North Bay U18 Trappers. Ben?
Well, for the Trappers, we've got Nate Gravel. He's right now the leading goal scorer, or the leading point getter for the Trappers. In 12 games, 14 goals, 8 assists. He's got 3 goals in 3 games against Sault Ste. Marie, including both of those goals in the 6-2 loss back at the beginning of the month, but kept off the score sheet last night, so somebody to watch tonight.
For sure, as we are underway, the Junior Greyhounds and the Road Whites going left to right to start off this one. The home U18 Trappers and their home Reds going right to left is Jesse Lefebvre, Battalion prospect. skates down the ice quickly, gets the puck out front of the net, and a quick shot comes in, doesn't get to Fletcher, and it goes into the corner. The Greyhounds now trying to get the puck back up the zone. They come off the victory last night against these Trappers. The Trappers pick up the puck in the offensive zone. Anello back to the point for Couch. Couch takes the shot, and Fletcher just kicks that one into the corner. Dawson, fresh off a lengthy injury, back out there, and Couch can't keep the line as the puck hops over his stick and goes out through the neutral zone. Couch looking up ice. It's going to hit Gravel's stick, our player to watch, and it's going to go down for no icing. The Greyhounds looking up ice. It's going to hit a stick and go down the length of the ice, so no icing again. McIver out to play the puck. And the weird thing is that there is a trapezoid in this league, or in this ice service, thanks to the battalion. But there is no trapezoid in the Great North U18 League. So it isn't a delay of game penalty, as McIver did come out and play that puck in the no-play zone if you're in any other league. Cowell puts the puck across the ice, tries to get it to Boys. They can't get it to go. It's now on the near side wall for the Greyhounds. Back to the blue line. Let's kick up the ice. Greyhounds now looking for some options. They get it out front. They can't get a shot away. It's a good defensive effort there by Thomason. Keeps that one away from McIver's crease. McGill sends that one right around the end of his boards to Cowell. Cowell looking for some options. Decides to go for a bit of a skate before chipping it off the glass and down the ice. That one might have the length for icing. And indeed it does. We're just under 2 minutes played here. A little bit of back and forth action early.
Great starting pressure from the North Bay Trappers. A lot of time in the offensive zone. One of the big keys to this game is the first 40 minutes. Every single game that's been won, the team that's leading after 40 is the big one.
It'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off here, obviously coming off the loss last night against the U18 Trappers. And as you mentioned, the first 40 minutes will be key, so getting off to a fast start, while not necessarily crucial, it's definitely going to be a big benefit, as you're already 2 minutes into those 40 minutes. Back to the point. Shot goes in. That's Gallivan who sent it in. Now back for Grayson Bradley. Half of the contingent of the two Bradley twins on this team. Up to Beamer. Beamer can't get a handle on it. Now Gallivan sends it back in. Trappers turning it back around. Gallivan once again keeping it at the neutral zone, but no further. Going the other way. Cheateroni. Cheateroni, the leading scorer for this Greyhounds team. Lose the handle on it. Now the puck goes down the length of the ice into the Greyhounds zone. And it goes for icing. So once again, another stoppage in play and another offensive zone face-off for the Greyhounds.
Well, we talked again about what we just mentioned about the first 40 minutes. Last night, the Sioux gets ahead to a 3-1 lead after one period. That's going to be a huge thing. So far, the Trappers doing a good job, but it looks like the Sioux's coming back here.
Yeah, Sioux doing a good pushback here after the first 2 minutes being all Trappers. The last minute's been basically all Greyhounds. Trappers just basically flipping the puck down the ice and not getting it anywhere. And Dawson trying to keep it in. They can't get it to go. Lefebvre looks up ice. And now comes down for McIver, who once again plays it in the no-play zone. It's very strange at this level looking at that. Anello sends the puck in. Fletcher just blocks that one down. And now going the other way are the Greyhounds with some speed through the neutral zone. That's Jacob Smith, who came in with some speed. He can't get a shot away. Boy sends his man into the boards, and now coming away with it are the Greyhounds. Battling for it, Cowell picks up possession. Anello is just going to dump that one down the length of the ice. So another icing call, the third straight against these Trappers, each one of them coming at the minute mark of the last 3 minutes.
Well, it's kind of interesting. This is something that has been very noticeable. The Trappers right now, they're not getting into the neutral zone. They're just chipping and chasing, unfortunately, on the wrong side. A great example was the Sioux in that last drive did a great job getting into the offensive zone. So the Trappers are going to have to get into that neutral zone, start passing a lot more crisply, as they made a couple of mistakes in the defensive zone so far.
They have for sure. The Greyhounds have just clogged up the blue line and clogged up the the neutral zone for sure. Excuse me. Now getting it out. The Trappers do get it into the neutral zone, but Gravel can't get it to go anywhere. And turning it around, the Trappers in the neutral zone once again, but still, they're not getting much action as they can, and that's another icing, although this one 30 seconds from the last instead of a minute.
Yeah, not very crisp passing so far. A lot of missed sticks. You saw that the Gravel one just out of his reach. It's been kind of sloppy here in the early part, and right now the Sioux just having so much offensive potential. Trappers doing a good job not giving them a lot of chances, but way too much time in the offensive zone for Sioux St. Louis.
For sure. Fellinger sends that one back in before he picks it back up. Now skating the puck in. That was Fellinger once again trying to get it in. Now picking it up in the neutral zone is Huxon. Huxon sends it in. Grayson Bradley having some issues with it before he leaves it off for Beamer. Heath Bradley sends it in on McIver. His first real shot against coming from the friendly forces of his third line centerman, Heath Bradley.
Yeah, goaltending is going to be a huge, huge point of this. So far, 9 goals allowed by McIver, though 6 of those came in the one loss against the Sioux. But it's going to have to be all about goaltending, and so far, McIver really has been the only one who's been tested.
Back to the point. Gallivan sends it in rink wide. Couch now battling with Palumbo. Two of them battling here in the far side corner before the puck gets out to Lefebvre. Lefebvre, an affiliate player of the French River Rapids, but also a draft pick of the North Bay Battalion in this year's past OHL priority selection. Skates the puck in, gets around a couple of guys before sending it out front, but a nice glove by Fletcher keeps that one from getting out in front of him, as Lefebvre was almost right behind the net, stopping that one.
Much better zone entry. Would have loved to see the Sioux there actually make body contact. It looked like he just kind of let him slip through, but much, much better zone entry there by the Trappers.
Yeah, and Lefebvre, he's a bit of a shorter player, but he plays with a tenacious edge. He's stated that his favorite player is, surprise, surprise, Brad Marchand.
Ew. As a Montreal fan, ew.
Yeah. I hear that as a Leafs fan. So, boys, back to the point for Anello. Anello takes the shot and kicked away as Fletcher. Boys battling for it. The Greyhounds come away with it. Now going the other way. That's Jacob Smith once again. An assistant captain on this team. He nearly finds the give and go before it goes wide. And now coming in from behind, a quick shot. A series of chances. And McIver might have got lucky on one as it hit the post. But at the end of it is still 0-0 after 5 or almost 6 minutes gone.
Yeah, not too sure why they blew that one down. Maybe it was in the glove of McIver there.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like it was. The
went
puck
off
was
the
still
post
there.
Yeah, so not too sure. Maybe they just lost the look on it. But overall, a good stop by McIver. He's done a good job of positioning so far, getting in front of the pucks. Obviously, when you give up no net and he hits the post, it's always a good thing.
Back to the point. Greyhounds send that one in off a body. McIver had to be sharp on that one. And now Curry chips that puck out. Now back to the point for Fellinger. McGill chips that in, but Fellinger comes away with it. And a lot of these junior Greyhounds, they might be, playing for opportunities on the Sioux Thunderbirds as Heath Bradley comes away with the puck. Sends that one into the middle camp. As their head coach, Jamie Henderson, is also the general manager of the NOJHL Sioux Thunderbirds, so might be looking to get a couple of looks with the bigger squad in a year's time or so. McGill goes cross ice. The Trappers with possession. Look for Bradley, but it gets up to Dawson. Puck now back to Lefebvre. Lefebvre going for a bit of a skate. Gets it back to Russo. Russo sends the puck in, and Dawson chases after it. This team looked a little lost without Caleb Dawson as he was out with an injury for a little while. Grayson Bradley now gets it back to the point. Shot comes in. Blocked down by Fletcher. Now going the other way. They lose the puck, and Lefebvre skates it back out to his defenseman. And now turning it back around. That was Cowell, boys who send that one up ice. Now going the other way is O'Neill. O'Neill battling for it. Gets the puck up ice. Bradley stands his man up before Boys stops him from gaining entry. Boys with a good stick. Knocks that one down. Now the captain for the Trappers goes for his skate, and Russo sends that one behind the net. Cowell comes in to play it. Back out for Gravel. Boys can't get his stick on it. And now the Greyhounds with a chance. Take a shot, it's wide of the net. Palumbo was there for the rebound, couldn't get it to go. And now the Trappers send that one down the length of the ice, but it doesn't have the legs for icing. The game has opened up a little bit since a couple of quick icing calls went against the Trappers. And now the Trappers try to get the puck out of their zone, but before they retreat deeper with Anello picking it up. Anello sends that one into the neutral zone. Smith comes out, gets it out to Gallivan. Gallivan quickly back over to Smith, and Smith just kind of walks his way right into the Trappers zone. Anello picking up the loose puck, however, sends it behind his net, and now comes all the way out to Beamer, but Smith picks it up instead. Couch looks up ice, can't get it out. Fellinger keeps it in. Puck now goes back into the zone. Beamer loses the handle on it. Now the Trappers looking for a chance, but there was a delayed guy going off for a change for the Greyhounds, and that was Harley Wardell, the captain of the Greyhounds. Anello looks cross ice, sends that one in, and there we have another icing call. 10:47 left in this first period. 0-0 is the score so far.
The Trappers might have to be careful with their stick use. On that last drive, there was a couple of chances where there could have been a hook called. They're kind of using their sticks a little bit more than their bodies. So something they might want to be careful of, especially in the high slot as they get in on McIver there. But yeah, it's just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, this Trappers team is a very heavily penalized team in the games that I've seen them play. They always seem to answer the call shorthanded, however. Power play hasn't really been clicking for them either, but still a strong all-around team. Russo tries to kick that one up ice. That's O'Neill, who loses the handle on it. Now quickly back to Russo, who's looking for a quick pass over to Dawson, but he couldn't get the puck to cooperate. Now in, on a makeshift little break there for the Greyhounds, before they could get anything to go. Russo looks up ice. Gallivan takes a hit, but he still makes the play.
Lefebvre's been around a little bit. He's had a couple. Oh, there's a huge hit.
Speak of the devil, although that's Russo with the hit.
I was going to say Lefebvre's been throwing the body out around a little bit, and then Russo comes out right with the big hit.
Dawson on the receiving end of a big hit from Gallivan before the Trappers just send that one down quickly for another icing call. 9:52 left in this first period.
Yeah, so far Trappers throwing the body around, which is always good to get kind of into the rhythm very, very early, but continuing to shoot the puck down the ice. You've got to do something to get. Either you got to flip it up and let them chase, but you can't just shoot it right down the ice. You're giving up way too many opportunities in the offensive zone.
Bradley fighting for the puck, can't get it to go. Gravel. Now over to Cowell. Cowell goes for his skate. Sends it up ice for Boys. Boys gives it to Gravel. Gravel comes in with a shot. It's wide of the net. Back over to the point. It's just sent back in for Gravel. Gravel can't get a handle on it. Gravel, who's played a couple of games with the Powassan Brewers this year as well, hasn't looked out of place at the junior A level. Cowell skates the puck cross ice. Leaves it. And now the Greyhounds pick it back up. 9 minutes left here in this first period. Palumbo looking up ice. He gets hauled down. There is a delayed penalty coming, as it was the referee on the back end of the play who raised his arm. And the Trappers do pick it up. They don't call it, as there it is now.
I was watching the referee in the corner, and he didn't put his hand up, and that was a pretty blatant hold right on the, they're going to call it a trip, but right on the back of the jersey. That's stuff that you just get plain beaten, and instead of trying to get back into it, you take the lazy approach, and whether it's a stick or a hand, there you go, the first power play opportunity for the Sioux. And so far, again, it's been a pretty even kind of transition-y game, not a lot of chance to get set up, so we'll see how the Sioux's power play, which being an 11-1 team, you know that when they get a chance to get set up, they're going to have a chance to score some goals.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And that call coming from The break-in initially, not the hold on the first chance. So John Couch, 2 minutes for tripping. And now the Sioux is set up. Quick shot comes in. McIver looked behind him. And you know, as a goaltender, anytime you look behind you, there's a little bit of fear in your in your heart.
Yeah, good setup so far. Getting a lot of guys in front of the net. That's going to pause. Obviously, when we're dealing with younger and lower end leagues, you're not going to see, like if you watch an NHL game, you're going to see a lot of that kind of more set structure stuff. But I love the fact they're getting guys in front of the net. They're getting a lot of point shot, a lot of traffic in front of McIver, and that's going to be a big key, is not letting him see the puck.
And McIver's a deadly goaltender, as they almost got him wide open on that one. Cash Money is his nickname. And he's looked really good for the Trappers so far this year. Rarely playing a poor game, and he's looked good in his one appearance in Hamilton for the North Bay Battalion as well. A game in which the Troops lost 4-1, but McIver was only in net for 2 goals against, as 2 of them came empty netters. So back to the point for Gallivan. Gallivan tries to set things up, and they can't get it to go. And now, if the Trappers hurry, they have a makeshift 2-on-1, but instead Dawson just slows things down and sends the puck down to the end of the end boards. And now the Greyhounds are going to set back up. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Palumbo tries to gain the zone. Trappers clog up the blue line. They don't let them in. And now back to the neutral zone. Lefebvre picks it up and just goes for a skate to kill some more time in his zone before the Trappers now send it down the length of the ice, with Russo going after it. Russo scored a shorthanded goal for the Powassan Voodoos in their preseason game against the French River Rapids way back in September, or August, I should say. It's weird to think about hockey in August. And that was also a game-time goal, in which Caleb Dawson then went and scored the overtime winning goal. Russo did have the option, according to General Manager Chris Dawson, as he takes some abuse in the corner, and that means we're back to 5-on-5. Russo did have the option to go and play for the Voodoos this year, but he opted to play one more year with his buddies with the Trappers. So you have to think you'll see him in Powassan Green next year. His boys now skates in. Best looking chance for the Trappers. They get it in, and they just missed the net. Oh my goodness, they had a golden opportunity and they just missed the net. Gravel was on the doorstep. Boys tries to send it back in. Gets it in for Gravel. Gravel goes cross ice for the Anthony boys, and he can't get it to go. Best shift that we've seen from the Trappers all game long.
It looked like Gravel straight up missed the net, because he had a wide open net, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The other thing that I noticed with Boys, the Sioux left him wide open over there. If Boys could have been a little bit more in the slot with a good one-timer, that it would have been a very hard save for Fletcher. But yeah, unfortunately for Gravel, very, very close to breaking the deadlock with about 6 to go.
Yeah, it would have been something else right there. And as we talked about, a hot start is what you want.
And coming right off a power play as well, which is always good. They did a good job killing off that second half of that power play and then getting momentum right away.
Yeah, they didn't really give the Greyhounds much to look at in that power play opportunity. Boys with the puck, or Cowell with the puck rather. Sends the puck around the rim of the perimeter. Anello loses the puck. Boys tries to hold the line, and he does. Gallivan now. Cross ice to O'Neill. Puck goes up. Smith picks it up. He had a bit of a 2-on-1, but a good defensive play by the Trappers negates that. Gravel goes for a skate, as there's a Greyhound player falling right in front of him. Sends the puck in on Fletcher. And Fletcher plays it behind the net. Smith loses it. Beamer sends it in. And now it goes behind the net before Gallivan picks it up. The Trappers really hemming the Greyhounds in. This is the first chance really that the Greyhounds have had out of their zone, other than that makeshift 2-on-1 that they didn't get a shot on. Devin Jones-McDonald playing for that puck in the corner. Can't get it to go. Now going the other way is Gravel. 2 Gravels in this game. Different spellings. As the puck comes in and McIver knocks it down. We have Sam Gravel on the defense side of things for the Greyhounds. And then we have Nate Gravel, who's a forward. And completely different ways. We have Gravel and then Gravellele.
We're still looking at the Trappers one, though. Very close to getting his first goal earlier. So
he would have made you look like a genius.
He would have. Yeah, for sure.
Might have to have a chat with him after the game and be like, come on, man. You got to make our so-called experts look like experts. Grayson Bradley chips that one puck down the ice. And there's Sam Gravel of the Greyhounds. Before Russo throwing his body around. This top line of the Trappers is hard to play against. You got Gravel or Russo and Lefebvre as Dawson sends that one out front and Fletcher saves or knocks that one down. But you got Russo who throws his body around. Lefebvre, who's like a bulldog out there and runs into everything. And then Caleb Dawson, who's just there to finish anything that's in front of the net.
Yeah, they might have to be a little careful. There have been a couple of times where it's behind the play, or you could kind of maybe get an interference call, maybe a roughing call. So they do have to be a little bit careful. So far, it looks like the refs are letting them play a bit, but something to kind of keep an eye on as we get later into this hockey game.
Shot from the point, turned away. And now going the other way is Cowell. Just cross ice. Once again, another shot comes in front of Fletcher. Didn't make it to him as it hit a body in front and knocked down. Boys sends that puck in. Gravel knocks over his man. And a good steal by Bradley. Can't get a shot away, though, as the Greyhounds are quick to collapse in on front of their net. Boys with another shot. Fletcher turns that one aside again. Nate Gravel. Good zone pressure by the Trappers here. Grayson Bradley goes to Boys. Boys twisting, turning through the never. Gets it back out front. Cowell comes in, takes the shot. It's wide of the net.
What a play by Cowell, doing a really good job getting in between the defenders, getting a really, really quality scoring chance.
Looking really good for sure. This entire line just hemming in the Greyhounds here for the last minute or so. Boys gets it, almost waited too long, but gave it to his brother. Another shot comes in, and it's just tipped wide of the net. Fletcher. The puck comes in, just pounces on that one. Says, whoa, let's slow things down a little bit here. 3:06 left in the first period, still no score.
It's been a very good push from the Trappers for even the last 10 minutes or so. And one of the things that they just need to hone up a little bit is shots on net. A lot of them going wide, and a lot of kind of weaker shots coming from the point. I'd like to see them get a little bit closer to the circle's high slot and get a couple of better scoring chances. So far, Fletcher hasn't had to deal with too many hard shots so far.
No, the problem is with the slot area is that the Greyhounds are doing such a good job of collapsing in front of their goaltender whenever the Trappers do get a chance. As now back in the Greyhound zone, Fellinger sends that puck down the length of the ice. So now we're getting an icing call against the Greyhounds. Bit of a turn of the tables there.
Yeah, first icing for the Greyhounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. The Greyhounds have done a great job defensively. As you said, collapsing into the slot area. So maybe that's where you have to take it out. Maybe try and pass the puck a little bit more laterally. So try and get some across,
spread them out,
cross ice passes, some one-timer shots from the high circle area. Just something to get Fletcher going east to west a little bit more in his net.
Puck going down the length of the ice again for the Trappers, for the Greyhounds, but as it hit a few bodies on the way, there's no icing. Boys looking up ice, hits another stick, and we're going to get an icing for the Trappers.
Okay. So it sounded like one of the linesmen called it off, but
yeah, I guess not.
I guess not. As we go in, so far it has been even, but I think the ice tilting a little bit in North Bay's favor. Definitely have had the higher scoring chances, scoring opportunities. So a really, really good first period so far from the Trappers, and this is exactly what you want. Coming off a loss yesterday, and it's just so big to have a good first period. And so far the Trappers have done it, and hopefully they can get one if you're North Bay before the end of this period's up.
Well, the Trappers might get a chance here. It was a good pickoff by Lefebvre. Gets it up to Russo. Russo to Dawson. Dawson with a chance. Oh, and it's through the crease and just missed the net. Caleb's father, Chris Dawson, who's been my color man for plenty of these games, here today. Almost puts his hands to the sky as he's up here in the media booth with us on that attempt. Would have loved to see Caleb in the score sheet again.
And that was some great passing.
It was.
They really got into a good situation. Again, those are the situations you need to get into. Unfortunately, not able to get the stick in the crease area for that. But that is amazing passing by the Trappers. They've got to continue doing that, especially in transition. Again, stretching the ice out east to west. That's going to be a big, big key here.
Greyhounds with possession, trying to get into the Trappers zone. Trappers pick up the possession, though. But that's going to be called down for a high stick.
Well, it looks like a hand pass, I believe. That's what they're calling it. It's going outside the zone regardless.
I would have called it high sticking, but whatever.
Either way, it's out of the zone, which is kind of big. Minute 48 to go now. Biggest thing for the Trappers, again, trying to get some more pressure, but you also don't want to get yourself in a situation where you give up a goal. You have all the momentum. Don't give up a late goal here. That's going to be one of the big keys. Don't let the Sioux back into this game.
No, you want to you want to wrestle as much momentum as you can. And even if you don't score a goal going into intermission, you want to take as much out of their sails as possible. Couch. Cross ice to Anello. Anello chips the puck down the ice. And now coming in is Cowell. Cowell in alone, takes the shot, and he misses the net. Inches. I mean, from up here it looks like inches. It could have been a foot wide, but.
And that's the big thing again. It's getting those pucks on net. We've talked about it all period, and it could easily be a 2-3-0 game if some of those shots made their mark.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen, like you said, about 3 grade A scoring chances for the Trappers in the last 10 minutes. We're into the final, or just about to get into the final minute here of the first period. And now Gravel picks it up in the offensive zone before losing the handle on it. Sam Gravel plays the puck out. Lefebvre picks it up, chips it in. Excuse me. Puck now just caught up in the boards as a bit of a pile forms. Boys loses the handle on it. And now going the other way is Kahn. Looking up ice. That was Albert trying to get the puck to go. Fellinger, or Gallivan came after it. Back out front, a quick one-timer attempt. Just hit a piece of McIver and went wide. Dawson looking for some options. But instead it's going to go for a quick offside as the Greyhounds tried to play the puck in. 16.5 left in the first period. Still a scoreless game.
Yeah, and honestly, even though it's scoreless, North Bay has, outside of maybe a few minutes in the middle part of the period, they have been absolutely dominating this game so far. Very surprising considering the Sioux is an 11-1 team. It's not looked like it so far.
No. 10 seconds left. Cal McGill battling for the puck in the corner. That's how this period's going to end. 0-0 after 20 minutes of play between these Trappers teams, and exchanging some hostilities there at the end of the period between Bradley and that's Brendan Cook.
I'm sure that's not going to end by the end of this game. It's probably going to get grittier and grittier as we go. So not surprising there. North Bay did a great job of throwing the body around a lot, getting physical. The Sioux hasn't really answered it too much, but North Bay, again, has been dominating physically and kind of everywhere else right now.
It's been a good period for the North Bay Trappers for sure, and with that, we're going to take a quick break on the intermission, and we'll be back on the other side of the first intermission on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Yes. Boys going after the puck. Gets it away. Goes for the shot. Takes it. And Curran was stood tall on that
At
one.
5'10" and 154 pounds, Jackson Curran is a hard-working goaltender for the North Bay U18 AAA Trappers. The 2007 birth year netminder is relied upon heavily by his U16 team on a nightly basis.
I would say I'm a smart, confident, calm, controlled goalie. Probably my rebound control or my ability to play pucks. That's what I'd say is the best part of my game.
The North Bay, Ontario product models his game after a Canadian superstar netminder and a North Bay area NHL goalie prospect.
My favorite goalie is Carey Price, but I try to model my game after Ben Goudreau, one of my best friends. Practice a lot with him in the summer. I like his everything he does.
Curran works hard on and off the ice. He has a reputation of training like a professional, simply trying to get better every day.
I want to follow in Ben's footsteps, and I want to be better than Ben one day. So I try to work as hard or harder than him and what he has done.
Skates around the net, tries to wrap around. He can't get past Curran.
I think for Jackson Curran, what you get is consistency. You get consistency in attitude. You get consistency in terms of his performance on the ice. When I work of emotion, and we've worked really hard on his skating. He's made a lot of progression in terms of his skating abilities, and that's really showing up in his play.
Curran's longtime goalie coach believes the young North Bay area goalie has come a long way in his ability to catch a puck and track a puck.
That's fundamental to Jackson, but I think one of Jackson's most outstanding characteristics is his personality, his compete level, his coachability, and what he brings to the dressing room. He will never be a liability in any of those areas. His goalie IQ, I think, has gone up considerably in the last year, and there's still lots of room to evolve that, and as that grows, he's even going to become better.
Curran also pays tribute to a teammate on his goalie mask. Noah Dugas passed away from a stroke in November of 2020, and in the summer of 2021, Curran had his friend's picture painted on his goalie mask.
It means a lot to me, personally. One of my best friends and someone I miss greatly, and talk to him every game before I go on. Just hope I have a good game.
Curran is hoping OHL scouts will overlook his team's record in the Great North U18 League and view him as a top goalie prospect for the 2023 OHL priority selection.
I've faced a lot of adversity this year since our team is not as good as it was last year. Faced a lot of challenges, ups and downs along the way, but keep pushing through and play the cards as they will. I'm a hard worker, never give up, and love the game.
This has been a Dostar Video Scouting presentation.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we welcome you back inside North Bay Memorial Gardens. I'm Courtney Kenny, he's Ben Sargent, Drew Ferris is manning all of the wonderful audio equipment behind us. And I'm going to forget our camera person's name. I think it's Jen. I might be bad saying that. Anyways, Ben, it was quite a interesting first period. Still no score in the game. You have to think the Greyhounds are looking to bounce back after a bad last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it was just something where the Trappers they were so good in the last bit. They had so many scoring opportunities, and it wasn't even like Fletcher was stopping the door too much. It was more they were just missing the net. And again, I'm watching this Sioux team, and this speaks a lot for the Trappers, but right now the Sioux is not looking like an 11-1 team. But the crazy thing about the Sioux is they've only ever and giving up goals, they've only the buzzer went off.
Oh, the period's over.
They've not won a game by 1 goal, and out of the 11 wins, only 2 of those have been by 2 goals. So they've been dominating the offensive zone, as I think they ended up stopping the puck here.
Yeah, they've stopped the puck, and they're just waiting to get the time right because they didn't reset the clock when they came out ready to play the period. It was still counting down to the end of intermission. As we see referee extraordinaire Adam Morrell skate over.
But as I was saying, it's again only 2 games that they've won by 2 goals. They've never won by more than 1 goal, so they're scoring 6+ goals a game. And right now, they have not even looked like they could maybe even score 1 this game. And that's huge right now for North Bay, the only team who's given them a loss this season. And right now, it's looking very, very close between these two. And North Bay needs this win as well. They're 2 points behind Timmins, who's in second. A win today puts them all the way from 5th in the standings, all the way up tied for 2nd.
Yeah, what a jump, eh? Excuse me. Puck behind the Greyhounds' net. Looking for some options now. The Trappers keep it in, but not for very long. As Smith keeps it out to the neutral zone. Gallivan goes for a bit of a skate. Turns around, goes cross ice. Quick shot comes in. And that's Cook with the shot. And McIver with a good glove save to stop that one.
One of the things we noticed in that first period, Hudson Chitteroni, one of the guys I was kind of watching this game, only called his name out like once last period. Yeah. He has not been a factor in this game. He's the leading point getter for the Sioux. He needs to find his rhythm here. I think he's taking the face off here. He needs to find his rhythm and get going.
Chitteroni, speak of the devil, points it out into the slot area, and they can't get it to go. And now Boys picks the puck up and sends it back around the perimeter, but O'Neill keeps it in, but not for very long. O'Neill digging for the puck with Cowell. You know what? I'm a Jersey hound. As Boys comes in, I'll finish that thought momentarily. Boys skates the puck around. He can't get it. I'm a bit of a Jersey hound, Ben, but I said to Chris Dawson when they had to replace all the jerseys for the Trappers because of the fire, can we get numbers on the arms? Come on.
It would make your job a lot easier.
It would.
Not necessarily my job, but your job would make it a heck of a lot easier.
The Greyhounds, you can see their numbers. It's great. Cowell sends the puck in. It's stopped up real quick, and that's Sam Gravel. Goes cross ice. Smith picks it up. Sends that one in, and McIver with a bit of a weird save. Look at all of Dominic Hasek in his net, swimming all around. Somehow kept it out.
Well, right now, we talked about the first 40 minutes, so right now we're into the second half of that. So this period is going to be absolutely crucial for both teams. Great start from the Greyhounds. Probably easily their best chance of this game, and arguably one of the best chances for either team in this. Unfortunately, nobody able to bury the end of that puck. But that's, again, getting those goalies to move laterally, especially when they're this young, that's going to be your best chance in trying to score on them.
For sure. We'll see if I win the 50-50 here. And now, going through the neutral zone.
What a big hit.
Yes. Right in front of the benches. Leveled against the Trappers. I'm looking down at the other end of the media row. I don't think I won any money. That's a shame.
That's a shame. Maybe next time.
Maybe. $5, whatever. There's now a good chance now coming in for Gravel or Bradley, but he can't bury that one. Lefebvre sends that one behind the net. Bradley skates after it. He picks it up. Looks out front, Dawson just wide of the net.
You got to hit the net. We've been saying that all last period. Another glorious opportunity for North Bay.
A wonderful chance for sure for the Trappers. But they can't get it to go, as they've had issues all game long burying the biscuit. Thomason goes behind his net for McGill. McGill looks up ice, and that one's going to go the length of the ice because of a stick lift.
That he called it off. That was definitely not supposed to be an icing. They're going to bring it back into the Sioux's offensive zone.
No,
yeah.
they're going to redo it at center ice.
Or are they going to do it? Okay, sorry. I saw the ref. It looked like he pointed at the Sioux zone, but yeah, no, shouldn't have been an icing call on that one. That was just a miscommunication by the linesman, and they're human too. They make some mistakes every once in a while.
Yep.
No instant replay though.
No, not down here.
We don't have that kind of budget.
The Battalion do, as we do get some offside reviews in that game sometimes. And oh my goodness, offside reviews is one of the worst things in hockey. Actually, goalie interference is one of the worst things in hockey, but
we don't make the offsides. It's one of those things that you can almost get a cop-out when you get a good goal if that play's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of the give and take of the new technology that's available.
It is. Couch at the point goes cross ice. Nello sends that one in. And it's knocked away by Fletcher. Now going the other way. The Greyhounds dump it into the Trappers zone. McIver well out of his net to play it. Chips that one up to the neutral zone. The Greyhounds were on a change, so they didn't see it. And Nello cross ice to Couch. Couch looks up ice, sends it rink wide.
On that last rush, Lefebvre made a really, really good back check that really kind of broke up that play. That's the kind of style that we need for the Trappers.
Bradley tries to level a hit on Smith. Just bounces right off. O'Neill comes in and plays the puck. Stopped up there in the corner, and Coach goes over to Anello. Anello looking up ice with a bit of a giveaway there. Smith takes the shot, blocked aside by McIver. Good chance there for the Greyhounds, looking like a different team here at the start of this period, as now they get some good zone time here in the Trappers' end. Cook loses it. Russo going the other way, or rather Gravel. Gravel loses that one, takes a hard hit spill into the corner, and now going the other way is Wardell. Trappers sending that one back up. Couldn't play the puck or it would have been too many men on the ice for the Greyhounds. Something we haven't seen much of in this game. Only one penalty called. And that was to John Couch in the first period. Now Gravel looking for a chance here. Puck just squirted away from him, so the Greyhounds pick it up. Cowell with it in the Greyhound zone. Walks the line, decides can't keep it, so he walks out to the neutral zone. Being harassed rather heavily by Palumbo. And now Boyes sends that one in deep. Off the stick of Bradley. Bradley looks for an option. Gets no front. Big hit. Leveled right there in front of the net.
It looks like Bradley's trying to get off the ice as he takes another tumble.
Well, that's Beamer, actually.
Or Beamer, sorry. Yeah, he had a glorious opportunity. Unfortunately, was not feeling it, or else he would have been way alone in front of the net.
Yeah, took a big hit. A little bit slow to get off the ice. Dawson comes out to replace him. Now going the other way. That's Cheateroni, speak of the devil. Once again, shot comes in. McIver knocks that one aside. 14:09 left here in the second period. We'll have to keep an eye on Beamer here, see if he gets back out. I don't think he's left the bench yet, but
no, but he had it absolutely glorious, and that's an unfortunate. The Sioux is throwing the body around. That's something that we saw North Bay do in the first period, and the Sioux has come out. They've seemed like a different team so far. They've had more offensive chances. They've been very tight. They've much tighter defensively, and they're throwing the body around a lot more. And even just getting that hit on Beamer there stopped a glorious opportunity. Hopefully he's doing okay, but that's the effect of throwing the body around can do.
Looks like we're going to get our second penalty here, and it's going to go against the Trappers for interference. Not very happy with that one.
Yeah, that's again with the thing with interference. There's Bradley there making the play.
Bradley.
The thing with interference is you can't, if you don't have possession of that puck, you can't make a play on that player, and that's what Bradley did. He kind of held him into the corner there, and you can't do that, and they're going to call that almost every time.
Well, the Trappers used their last penalty kill as a momentum boost, as McIver blocks that one aside. We'll have to see what they're able to do with this one. As the Greyhounds looking a lot better so far. Smith skates the puck in, goes around behind the boards, gets it back out to the point. That's Gallivan. Over to Cook. Back to Gallivan playing pitch and catch. Back to Smith. Gallivan now loses the handle on it, and Thomason picks it up. Asia's going to send the puck around the perimeter of his zone, and it's going to go down the length of the ice, killing off some time. 1:20 left in the Bradley penalty. Greyhounds setting up in their own zone, waiting for their guys to get in position. And now Lefebvre picks the puck off, and just like on the first penalty kill, skates it into his zone to kill some time. Now the puck sent down the length of the ice. Lefebvre, and he first in on it, but Fletcher plays that away from him. Now it's a 2-on-1 for Gravel. To Lefebvre with a shot, and what a save by Fletcher.
Really, really poor line change from the Sioux. They left 2 Trappers in their own zone.
2-on-1 now for the Greyhounds as they take another chance, and they can't get that one in past McIver. Oh my goodness, back and forth action now. Gravel can't get the clearing attempt out of his zone. Back out to the point. Going for a skate with it is Cheateroni. To Palumbo. Palumbo to Cheateroni. His pass in the neutral zone off the skate of Gravel. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. And it's cross ice to McCauley now. And a good save there by McIver, and the puck's back out to the point. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. McCauley looks up ice. Gets it back to Palumbo. Palumbo with the shot. McIver thought he had it, but it just went wide of his net. Cheateroni tries to skate it out. Trappers are going to dump that one down and kill off another penalty as Bradley's back on the ice. And really, the Trappers with the best chance on that entire man advantage as it came shorthanded. And now Heath Bradley taking off the puck, falls down. Tries to get the puck up. McIver out to play the puck. Chips that one down. McIver also billeted by Chris Dawson as well. So Chris Dawson has a lot of stokes in this fire, you could say.
Well, he's looked good so far today. Made a couple of really, really nice saves.
He has indeed. There's a big chance now on the other side as McGill takes his man down to the ice, and Fellinger can't keep the puck in his zone, or in the Trapper zone. Anello knocks that one down the ice before he's taken down, and a bit of rough stuff after that play as he knocks down Fellinger. But now the Trappers with possession, or rather being called for a hand pass now in the offensive zone. 11:07 left, still 0-0.
Much better power play from the Sioux that time. They had a lot of opportunities. Still going back to that shorthanded play. Again, terrible change from the Sioux. When it's in your own zone, you got to be aware there were 2 Trappers in the zone, in their offensive zone, and the entire team was basically at their bench. Very, very poor change, and it almost resulted in a goal. An amazing save by Fletcher as he had to show off his ability to stretch and do it right next to a bit.
He looked great on that save for sure.
I'm a little jealous. Yeah. I wish I kind of had that ability to stretch. But
remember when we used to play road hockey and thought we could do that stuff?
Nope. Tore a couple of pants.
Lefebvre battling with the puck. Russo, or rather Dawson, in there as well. Dawson gets the puck back to his point for Thomason. Thomason chips it back in for Dawson. He can't get a handle on it. And now it's back out into the Trapper zone as Thomason chips that one back up the ice. Gallivan quickly gets it back into the Trapper zone, but they don't get it very far as it's back out into the neutral zone for Smith. Gallivan going cross ice. McGill looking to play the body. Instead, he missed the puck. Tries to get it out of his zone, and they do. And now they're battling for it on the far side wall by the Greyhounds bench. Going the other way is O'Neill. O'Neill skates it in. Lefebvre decides to chip the puck down around the end boards, and McGill picks it up. McGill goes behind his net. McIver looked to play it. Couldn't get it to go. Thomason up to Russo. Russo looking for some options. Leaves it for Cowell. Cowell behind the net goes for a skate with it. Tries to chip it back to the point. Can't. Bradley does get it eventually and keeps it in. His shot comes from the blue line. Hits the blocker. Back out to Boys. Boys takes the shot. Looking for the tip was Gravel. Just went wide of the net. Gravel, Boys chips it back in. Now it's left in front, and what a great chance there for Cowell. But Fletcher got that one in the chest and held on to that one.
Yeah, it's been a good pace in the second period so far. So far, this has been unprecedented. No goals. Both of these teams are teams who score a lot of goals, average about 6 goals a game.
Yeah.
And we still haven't even seen a single goal so far. So both goalies have been very sharp. The defense has been sharp, but a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of missed nets, and it's been kind of a more of a missed opportunity situation than anything else.
Curry takes the shot. Can't get it to go. Quick chance out in the slot. Doesn't go anywhere. Bradley gets beat by Palumbo. Smith tries to send that one in. McIver dives for it. Can't get it. Bradley sends that one back in. Beamer back out on the ice after that big collision a couple of shifts ago for him. And now Bradley tries to chip the puck out. And skating it in now is Sam Gravel. Gravel taking off the puck. Loses it to Nate Gravel. And Gravel decides to chip that one in. Beamer sends the puck out front. Can't get to anybody. A couple of bodies just colliding. Bradley now skates it through the middle of the ice. Leaves it back for Boys. Boys takes the shot. And the stick comes off to knock it by from Fletcher. And then he's going to grab the puck. And I have to tell you, Ben, you got to watch out how you use the word unprecedented nowadays. It gave me PTSD to 2020. We're unprecedented times for everything.
It was. Speaking of unprecedented, the amount of McIver, the one thing that's really popped out to me is his ability to control the puck. He's been coming out, he's been playing the puck a lot. Twice he's dived after to kind of get a poke check away on the puck. He's very confident, and he's not afraid to kind of go after it a little bit, which is very good.
He's looked great as the puck comes out of play. Bit of a souvenir there for a fan.
A couple people weren't paying attention.
No, I was looking at that. I know what that's like. Not with a puck, but
with a baseball, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, that's the worst part about playing baseball nowadays. When someone is getting back in the box and having someone throw a ball at you, it's like,
PTSD. Unprecedented.
It is. It really is. Thank you.
I don't think we're using that word right.
No. It's like ironic, coincidence.
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, you're not using that right.
Probably. We're going to get taken off the air here soon. This will be the last Frontline Game Day broadcast you'll ever hear.
First and only.
Derek Lindemann's looking at me like, come on, guys. At least let me have some fun. 7:43 left in the second period. And the Greyhounds come in with a shot. McIver gets that one high in the chest and stops that one.
Probably my biggest pet peeve, is there's a little bit of extracurricular after that. I'm sure we'll see more of that. One of my biggest pet peeves is the inability to clear the puck from your zone, especially in very easy situations. It gives you, there's so many scoring opportunities you can get into because you inability to clear the zone.
Yeah.
And that is another instance where you have to get that puck out. You can't just you can't have a weak little lob. You got to get that puck out of the zone.
Yeah.
Even if you end up icing it, whatever, you can't have those kind of opportunities go away.
No. Lefebvre takes the shot, kicked away by Fletcher. Russo battling for the puck, gets it back to the point. McGill takes the shot from the point, and a good glove there by Fletcher stops that one. And that'll be another stoppage of play here. One thing I did want to highlight, I'm sure Derek and Sam highlighted on yesterday's game, both these teams can proudly say they have alumni playing in the World Juniors, as current Ottawa 67's D-man Jack Metier played for the Hounds, and Sarnia Sting netminder Ben Gaudreau, look at that, another Ben.
They're all over the place.
Played for the Trappers. It looks to be the starting goaltender for Team Canada. So,
and you know that in that locker room, those coaches, they're using that as fire right now, saying, look, this could be you one day.
Yep.
And that's got to be something that a lot of these kids can look at and say that's what they aspire to, and they work hard and they can get there.
Russo. And the puck squirts up and out. And knowing a couple of the guys that work for the NOAHA office, like Jacob Brown, who's a better goaltender for the Timmins Rock than he is a baseball player. He's not the same guy, but Jacob Brown, the baseball player, not a great guy. Although he's a good guy with the NOHA, I got to give him props there. And Jason Marchand, they're both very proud to have these two kids that played in the NOHA area going to play for Team Canada in Moncton and Halifax this year. So,
and it proves even if you don't play for like the next step up, even if you're in, especially some of these kids who are a little bit older, who just haven't been able to reach that peak, that there's still opportunities there. You don't want to get too down on yourself.
No.
And you want to work hard and get to that next level.
You do for sure. And it's special. And I mean, even with a black mark on it right now, as we're going to get another icing call, a black mark on it like that Hockey Canada has, it's still special to get that phone call and say you're going to be wearing that maple leaf on your chest, right?
Yeah, probably the biggest. Well, I would say it's kind of like the Olympics for these young guys.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's such, especially in Canada, it's always been a big tradition. Starting in just over a week now.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's almost Christmas time. But it's always been a big thing, right? TSN always has it on. It's always been a big kind of pride for Canada. And outside of, honestly, the Olympics, probably the biggest thing that people watch.
Yeah, a lot of people plan their holidays and holiday parties around the World Juniors. Puck comes in and McIver stops that one. World Juniors time is always a fun time in this nation, and I remember a couple of years ago when the NHL hadn't yet started because of COVID, the 2021 World Juniors were looking great, with Canada lost in the gold medal game, unfortunately, but everyone was watching it because that was the only hockey on TV.
And it's a great way to get scouted too from players who might not be currently signed, or who are on like that cusp of the draft year or whatever. It's a great opportunity for them to get on the ice.
Gravel with his feet taken out underneath him, that'll be a penalty. So Trapper's about to go on the penalty or power play for the first time this game, as that was a very obvious penalty called by Adam Morrell back there.
Yeah, you got to get that stick. You got to be very careful when you're using your stick. If you're playing the puck, it's fine, but as soon as the puck's not in that vicinity and you get your stick in there, obviously something that hockey in general, like those kind of obstruction plays where you get the stick involved, you pretty much textbook trip there. You don't have to be a super sleuth of a referee to make that call, but we'll see what the Trappers can do here. It's been quite a period for the Sioux Greyhounds, so it'll be nice to see the Trappers have some momentum here.
Well, Adam Morrell's definitely not someone I'd call a super sleuth for a referee, but I did try to give you your props, Adam, so when you come at me later for hearing that. Puck sent in deep. Couch tries to walk the line. Looks for some options. He can't hold on to it. It's him and Wardell go for a skate, but he gets it quickly back up ice. Couch gets it over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre skates through the neutral zone. Dipsy doodles around one. Skates back. Gives it to Couch at the point. Couch tries to unload it quickly as Palumbo was coming in with some speed. Gravel now. 1:19 left on the man advantage. Back to Couch at the point. Couch takes the shot. It's a good block there by Wardell and sent down the length of the ice for McIver to come out and play. McIver leaving it for Gravel. And quickly an up-ice stretch pass. Comes in. Can't get a good shot away. That's Heath Bradley. As his hand was taken off the stick. And now goes cross ice. Gravel with the shot. Cowell looking for the rebound. Can't get it. Cowell tries to dump that one in. Goes back to the point for Anello. Anello over to Cowell. Goes quickly cross ice for Gravel. Back to Anello. Anello fans on the quick shot attempt. 30 seconds now left in the penalty to Fellinger. And Anello fanning on that pass attempt, but Bradley picks it up and gets it back quickly to Cowell. Cowell now through the neutral zone. His attempt hit the body of a linesman, so his chip-in attempt didn't go very far, but it's kept in the line for Anello. Back to the point for Boys. Boys for Anello. Anello takes a shot. It's tipped, and a quick chance in succession. And Fletcher somehow kept both chances out. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as Fellinger's comes out of the box. Boys tries to get the puck back in. And Bradley misses the chance and now going the other way. On a quick 2-on-1 and a great save by McIver. That was Jones McDonald.
What a pass.
With a great pass. I'm just trying to see who took the shot. As that looks like it was McCauley on the shot.
Yeah, McDonald, what an amazing, nice little pass there. Not a great power play for the Trappers. They had one really good opportunity in the waning seconds, but it'd be nice. They didn't have a lot of possession, didn't get a lot of looks, and I would have liked to see them cycle the puck a little bit better.
Yeah.
Give a couple of better chances, but it's been one of those stalemates, and I'm the first goal, I feel like it's just really going to break this game open so far, but it's been a very kind of interesting stalemate that we've been in so far.
Yeah, both teams, it feels like neither wants to blink first. Cheateroni.
It's hard to tell if both teams are playing just really, really well defensively or if both teams are just kind of struggling offensively. It's been kind of one of those games.
Well, I would say more so struggling offensively because there's been some grade A chances, although few and far between in the second period, but more so in that first period. And the teams have just missed the net or they've been stymied by the goaltender. Lefebvre, back to Russo. Boys tees it up. It's high and over the net. Bradley skates by, gives it up to Lefebvre. Lefebvre, back to Boys. Boys takes the shot. It's off a shin pad and goes wide. Cook picks it up. Gets it to Cheateroni. Cheateroni with some speed. Gets it over to Jones. McDonald takes the shot, and it was just off the side of the net. Cheateroni now hard into the end boards. He gets up. He's okay. Good opportunity there as there was some net. As McIver was giving them a little bit of net there. But they couldn't get it to go as we get another icing call here.
I think for the Trappers right now, their player of the game has to be Lefebvre. He's been throwing the body around a lot. He's been going into transition to the zone very well with puck possession, and he seems to always be kind of in the middle of those scoring chances. And very surprising so far, but Lefebvre's got to be my player of the game as so far for the North Bay Trappers.
Yeah, he's looked good for sure. He's been super sneaky in moments as well. Wardell coming in for the draw, wins it back. That's back to Roach. Smith now. Looks for the pass out into the slot. They can't get it to go. Cowell with a quick pass back. And now Gravel tries to will that one up, but he can't. Thomason sends that one in down the length of the ice. Gravel comes in to play the puck. Can't win that board battle, though, as the Greyhounds come away with it, but Cowell picks up the loose puck quickly. His pass for Gravel didn't go anywhere. McGill sends that puck in cross ice. Bit of a nasty hit there by Gravel. We're going to get another delayed penalty here. And the Greyhounds are going to go on the man advantage here for the final. Well, we got 2:09 left in the second period, so at the very most, 2 minutes of the final 2:09 will be...
Not surprising with that one. It was hard to see from up here exactly what happened, but there have been a couple of hits that have been hard into the boards. He gets called for boarding here, and it's I'm surprised that that's the very first call we've had. There have been a couple of those kind of hits in this game, but obviously something you've got to be careful of. And right now, the Sioux's going to get another chance on this power play. And with not a lot, again, we talked about the first 40 minutes. This might be the chance for the Sioux to take advantage.
Might be for sure. Cheateroni. Cross ice to Fellinger. Or rather, that's McCauley. McCauley looks to go cross ice. It's stopped up by Anello. And then Bradley's going to send that one down the length of the ice to kill some time. A minute and a half left on the man advantage. Minute 45 left in the second period. Going back up ice is McCauley. McCauley sends that one in. McIver stops up and decides to do it himself and dump the puck down the length of the ice. O'Neill skating after it. Stops up. Dawson with some good pressure, making O'Neill choose what he wants to do quickly. A minute left on the man advantage. Minute 10 left in the period. Dawson, good skate there, stops up that pass attempt. And now the Greyhounds set up. Cheateroni with the pass. It's off his stick and tipped up and over the glass. So, with 1:05 left here and 56 seconds left on the man advantage, still nothing here in the second period.
Yeah, if you had the bingo card going on right now, this is not something that would easily be on it. If you look at the way that these are 6-3, 6-2, 6-3, these were the scores of the first three games between these two teams. And even yesterday, three goals for the Sioux in the first period. There's been nothing, and we're almost 40 minutes in. Maybe the third period, just because I said the first 40 is important, I guess the last 20 is going to be the most important.
They're trying
today.
to make you look silly. Smith goes cross ice, and oh my goodness, a great chance there by the Greyhounds. Just floated it wide of the net. They had McIver down and out. McIver now down, covers that one up as he's sitting down, and now he takes the stick from Bradley in his face. People might have thought that was a bit of enemy fire, but no, it was friendly fire from his teammate by accident. But a good chance there for McIvers. He was swimming in his crease a little bit.
I know we're not going to see a fight in this league, but if you kind of feel it, like there's going to be some extracurricular something happening. It's been going on all game. There's been a lot of kind of grittiness to both of these teams, and you can see it. I'm sure that the Sioux's kind of thinking about it after that boarding call from Gravel. So
off the face-off, the Trappers clear it out to the neutral zone. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. 40, just getting to 30 seconds now left in the game is now Rousseau. Gets it back to Dawson. Dawson takes the shot. It's just wide of the net. Rousseau chasing the puck. Can't get it. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Still nothing between these two teams. Wardell can't get the puck in. And that's going to do it for the man advantage. 10 seconds left in the period. And they did have Gravel up ice, but they can't make anything happen with it. 3 seconds now on the clock, and the second period is going to finish the way the first period ended and how the first period started, with a score of 0-0.
Yeah, the penalty kill looking really good for the Trappers. One thing I like is the amount of forechecking pressure that they have. There's been a couple of times they've had that opportunity, or at least killed some time off the clock in that penalty kill. So it's been very good, and it's been a weird game. Not a lot of goals, not a lot of penalties. Both teams are playing a little bit differently than they're used to.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the score is definitely a little bit less than what we've seen after the first 3 games between these two teams, but an exciting game all the same. That period of Trappers hockey was brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Check out their app, and you can maybe save some money when you go for dinner here in and around the North Bay area. Zamboni even says Canadore Alumni Perks, so there it is right there. Look, they're doing it for us.
New keys to the game. Last 20, most important.
Yeah. What do you think? The team who scores the most is going to win.
Probably.
So with that being said, again, it's going to be an exciting conclusion to this one. Tune back into the front line at the end of this intermission for all of our expert analysis. And we'll be back on the other side of this one. As always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at MikeBFA.
We welcome you back inside North Bay Memorial Gardens, where our Players to Watch is Chris Dawson doing the sprinkler up in the media row.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, but anyways, our player to watch for the Sioux Junior Greyhounds has been the player standing on his head so far. That's Maverick Fletcher in between the pipes, and that's how he's looked great so far this game. And Ben, your player to watch for the Trappers, Nate Gravel.
Yeah, so far he's been decent. Took a penalty. No goals. Obviously, no goals in this game. But we'll see. Fletcher already 3 shutouts this season. Could be number 4 today if this keeps going. But
tested early by Dawson and Russo.
And as soon as I say that, he almost gives up a goal. I would say though, like right now, my big focus is going to be on Lefebvre. I think in this third period, as he's been all around the puck. But the big thing, the big thing going into this period is just going to be who can finally break this ice. It's been a lot of opportunities, a lot of missed nets.
Yeah.
So it's whoever can get that opportunity and actually hit the net is going to probably be the team that comes away with this.
As the shot comes wide of the net.
He hits the outside of the net, but unfortunately those don't count.
No. One thing that's missing is our shot clock. We don't have that. So I can't sit here and tell you how many shots these goalies have faced. Mello playing the body with Couch. There's your guy that you're honing in on. Lefebvre gets it up to Dawson. Dawson can't handle the pass. As now the puck comes back out to the neutral zone for McCauley. And Boyes picks up the errant pass. Him and Gravel go for escape, but they lose the puck rather handedly quick in the Greyhound zone. Cowell, who's an affiliated player of the Espanola Paper Kings in the NOJHL.
What a name.
I know, right? That's now quickly Chitteroni comes in alone, takes the shot. And McIver may have got a piece out of that, over that, but as the puck went over his net. Going cross ice. Pass is picked off by Gravel. Gravel overskates the puck, and Cook turns things around. Now it's Kahn who comes in, takes a shot. McIver turns that one aside.
Well, McIver almost got caught with that stick, leaving the 5-hole wide open.
Yep.
But on that last chance, really good job by cutting off the angle there. Didn't really give him a lot of chance.
No.
To shoot the puck. That's one of the biggest things for a goalie. It's not about the biggest thing that you can do is cut off angles. It's why some of the goalies, you look at some of the best goalies in the NHL. That's what they do so well. They don't make all the pretty saves, but they get in front. Always reminds me of Carey Price, a guy who can always. It's always his position that gets it, and that's something that we focus on for McIver, and it's been really good this game so far. It's
been impressive for sure for McIver. Taking a lot of what Adam Dennis and the battalion have taught him, and of course his goalie coaches. As now Curry, he's been silent tonight. As now Bradley sends his man hard into the boards.
There's another hit that, you're kind of far away from the boards, and sometimes those are going to get called and sometimes not.
Shot comes in, McIver knocks that one down with a glove and stops that. We're a minute 57 into the third period. And just on the Espanola front, they came into town last night to play the Powassan Voodoos. The Voodoos coming away with a 2-1 victory. They used to be called the Espanola Express up until this year.
Not as good as the Paper Kings.
And I got to show you the logo. The logo's something else. But there's the Sudbury Cubs in the NOJHL. Which team do you think is the affiliate of the Sudbury Wolves? The Cubs or the Paper Kings?
I'm going to have to go Paper Kings because it's too obvious.
It is the Paper Kings, yeah. Figure that one out. Yeah. A bit of a falling apart there between the Wolves and the Cubs. They used to be the affiliate team, just like the Voodoos are the affiliate team of the battalion. Now Lefebvre trying to gain the puck as he takes on the much bigger Brandon Cook. And coming away with that one are the Greyhounds. Knocking that one is Giusetti. And he falls down. Greyhounds have a bit of a road trip ahead of them after this to get back to the Sioux. Almost 5.5 hours. If that's not making any stops.
No pee breaks.
Nope. We've got to get to the Sioux now.
We got to get back to winning.
0-0 as the puck's in front. Palumbo is turned aside by McIver. First grade A chance here for the Greyhounds in this period as Palumbo was just left all alone, and now going down the ice with some speed is Gravel. Gravel, it's going to be an ugly one that wins it, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be something nice like that when we saw it in Palumbo. It's going to be something from like the point that no one was paying attention to. Boys chips that one in. Cowell sends it around. And now coming away with the puck is O'Neill as it goes up in the air. And O'Neill and Cowell battle for it on the far side wall. Fletcher comes out to play the puck. Leaves it behind. That's Roach looking up ice. And Curry picks it up in the neutral zone. McGill looking up ice. Loses it. That was O'Neill who grabbed it. Now coming away with it is the Greyhounds, but the Trappers quickly turn things around and grab the puck in their own zone. Thomason goes for a skate. And they get the puck quickly up ice. And that's for Beamer, but he can't get a hold of it. Beamer now with a chance all alone. Going in all alone is Beamer on Fletcher. Beamer shoots! And he misses the net. The two teams trading grade A scoring chances here. And so far, neither of them have blinked.
That's got to be the best one of the night, though. First real solid breakaway that we've seen. And again, you got to hit the net to get a goal.
McIver chips the puck down the ice. Fellinger comes away with it. Boys looks for another option. We will be bringing you some 3 stars of the game afterwards as well. You have to think whoever scores a goal here is probably going to be one of them.
But there's a good chance the goalies are going to be the other two at this point.
Yeah.
Both have looked very good. McIver's really stood on himself this third period so far.
Lefebvre out front to Russo. He doesn't get the pass. Smith comes in, takes a shot. McIver stops that one, throws his pad behind him, and knocks that one aside. Russo behind his net. Looking up ice again for a stretch pass for Dawson, but that's going to go for icing. And another stoppage in here. But a great chance there for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, McIver getting a little lucky that the Sioux weren't able to get a clean shot off there as he was kind of sprawled away. Again, that's what we got to do. You got to focus on east and west. When you get into some of these younger goalies, that's really what they struggle with, and that's going to be a key. And I have a feeling that if you're going to beat these guys, you can't just shoot it straight on. You've got to get them moving laterally.
Anello, we'll have to see if that's put to the test. Loses it. And that's McCauley who gained the puck. Tries to send it up ice. Doesn't get it out of the zone. Gravel looking middle of the ice for his teammates. Nobody was there. Coach, 14 minutes left here in this third period. Neither team has blinked as each has faced haymakers from the other side. Going down the ice now is Chitteroni with a move. We've heard him more often now as the game's moved on. And now the puck goes around the end boards. Albert sends that one in deep. McIver holds it up for Couch. Couch looking up ice. Tries to chip the puck up the ice. And now Gravel is going to go and skate after it, but because it's a guaranteed icing every time, even though he was the first one in on it, still called icing.
Yeah, no, I think Gravel at the end of his shift there looked like he was kind of out of gas. Great opportunity though, but still some time left. About 6.5 gone in this third period. Still looking for that first goal.
McIver out to play the puck. We're looking like Marty Brodeur with the way he plays that puck. Goalies have almost lost that art now, being stuck to that trapezoid.
Yeah, there's very few goalies who are able to keep going, and it's going to be interesting for McIver as he gets into those leagues that have that trapezoid, how he's going to be able to adjust, because that's got to be a tough one for goaltenders to try to get used to.
Yeah, I remember in the 2018-19 season, Joe Verbetic, who then was a battalion prospect, Montreal Canadiens prospect now, playing for the Laval Rocket as Beamer behind the net. He came up to play a game with the battalion at the time. McGill takes a shot, nearly caught Fletcher.
Like
surprised. He got it up in up in the neck area, it looked like.
You see Bradley giving him a bit of a
friendly
little tap there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a couple of friendly words exchanged there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As he says he's still kind of talking to the Sioux bench.
But Verbetic came up. He was an emergency backup for the battalion. I believe Christian Prop went down with an injury. So Verbetic comes to play in the back half of the game. Puck goes down the ice. In the NOJHL, there's no trapezoid. He played the puck in the no-play zone. Then battalion coach Stan Butler is losing his mind on the bench.
Yeah. Well, those are the plays, right? Like the not really that it's his fault, but those are the mental lapses that really make coaches not happy. And Stan's not the happiest guy when the game's on, which is a good trait a lot of the times. But I'm sure that did not make him happy.
No, it definitely didn't. Russo now with the chance. Looks down the ice, tries to get to Lefebvre. Lefebvre comes away with it, takes the shot. It's just wide of the net. Lefebvre really powering his way down there. But I mean, in that instance with Verbetic, the guy's playing in a league that doesn't have the trapezoid. He's thrust into a position he didn't expect to have. And the next thing he goes down and plays where he's used to not having it. Never made that mistake again. But
yeah, I think that's like, and obviously, even though there's a lot of people looking at drafts and that kind of stuff, it's still a learning.
Yep.
You know, so it is what it is, but it's tough because then you it's something that you just have to be mindful of. But and it's going to be interesting to see what McIver does.
Well, we'll have to see for sure. He's already played a game with the battalion. 11 and a half minutes left here in this third period. Boys with the puck, gets it out quickly to Lefebvre. Lefebvre has some speed with him. Skates down the length of the ice, takes a shot. It's kicked away by Fletcher. Saw that one all the way. Now back up to the neutral zone. A hard pass up to Boys, leaves it for Gravel. Gravel out to Boys with a shot. And Fletcher stops that one. 11 minutes left in the third period, still no score.
Yeah, again, talking about that east and west kind of movement, that's another instance where he needs to be on the other side of the slot there. That's just it's not even a hard save for Fletcher at that point. He's already positioned there. So yeah, they gotta try to spread out a little bit more and get a little bit more of him pushing across the ice.
Gravel tries to dump that puck back off the face-off win, but instead Palumbo comes away with it. Chitteroni going the other way. Takes a shot. It squeaks past, and it's going to go in the net.
I think Chitteroni is going to be called to that goal. I don't think it was touched before it went through the net. I was just going to say a guy we've not heard about the entire game, and somebody that, like, leading point getter for the Sioux, and out of nowhere, he's able to kind of finally break through, and that is impressive. The speed to be able to kind of get through the defenseman there, and then just makes it through the 5-hole of McIver, not able to squeeze that pad shut. Really, you get to see the skill Chitteroni brings to the Sioux team.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's going to get the goal on that one. Palumbo's going to knock it in regardless.
Yeah. I think I saw it cross the line beforehand, and I'm sure they'll end up giving it to Chitteroni.
We'll have to see what public address announcer Mike Brito says. But Chitteroni so far with the icebreaker here. Almost 50 minutes into the game. Something we didn't expect coming into this one.
It might be one of those games where that's enough.
That could very well be enough.
With the way that these teams are playing.
And you know what? McIver got 90% of that shot. So it is Hudson Chitteroni being given the goal unassisted. So right now, if we were to give the 3 stars out, it would be Chitteroni.
Yeah, and
Fletcher,
honestly, like that's
McIver.
one of those goals where he did all the work there. Right, like he got through the defenseman. It was a very nice goal, and unfortunately, McIver not able to kind of squeeze the.
Well, he got like 98% of that shot.
Yeah.
Just you have to get all of it, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, no trailing defenseman for the Trappers either to kind of stop that puck from going in.
It's funny. He was as the trap.
Oh.
And there's another goal.
Nice little stick handling there.
That's Cook who comes away with that one.
Yeah, nice little kind of cheeky stick handle there to get it behind. McIver not close enough to that post.
No.
To stop it, and we talked again about positioning, and there you go. That's kind of the deadliness of the Sioux Greyhounds, where they're able to immediately 2-0, and now only 10 minutes, 20 seconds, and the Trappers at this point, you got the momentum against you. They're going to have to find these pucks on net and hopefully get one by Fletcher.
Yeah, it's Fletcher's played a good game so far. It's going to be tough for the Trappers moving forward.
And that's what I mean. It takes just one goal to get that momentum swinging. And the first goal, the Chitteroni goal, a little bit of a he just got a little bit of help from McIver, not squeezing the pads, and then a very clean goal from Cook.
Palumbo with some speed, beats out the icing. Big hit from Boys and Gravel, or Bradley, I should say. Russo tries to play the puck back. And now it's Dawson who tried to get a quick give and go with Lefebvre. And now we're going to have a delayed penalty here as Chitteroni carries the puck in. And that'll be a penalty again against the Trappers. So the Trappers taking about 3 or 4 penalties now. They've only got one power play themselves, though, however.
Yeah, and that was just, again, a situation where you just get the stick in the legs. And you can't do that. You got to, as Boys, just unfortunate that he gets the feet there. But sometimes you get beat, and then you try to lash out with your stick. And when you're young, that you're going to see more of those penalties. And you just got to learn to kind of either let that go, or you have to be a little bit faster.
So Palumbo and O'Neill getting assists on that first Greyhounds goal. Scoring change here at the Gardens.
This might inadvertently be one of the best chances for the Trappers here, as they've had a lot of good opportunities shorthanded and coming out of penalties.
They have. Gravel trying to pick off a quick pass there, can't. And now with some speed, Chitteroni goes out through the slot, and it's back to the point. McCauley tries to go cross ice. McIver sticks on a pad there and stops that one. And really, those 2 goals are going to be unfortunate for McIver because he's played a really good game.
Yeah, when you look at it, obviously one of these goalies is not going to have a shutout at this point, but both of them kind of deserve it. I feel like McIver is a little bit more deserving of it just because he's faced a couple of these harder shots and harder opportunities. But yeah, as you said, and it's kind of one of those it rains, it pours opportunities. Unfortunate, though, that Boys took a really kind of bad penalty in the neutral zone with about 9 to go. Every minute counts at this point, and you're going to come out of this penalty with almost 7 minutes left. It's not a lot of time.
No. There's a quick pass to the slot. Is knocked out of the zone off the skate of a Trappers player. Smith playing it. Goes up ice. Curry tries to chop that one back out. And it does go down into the Greyhound zone for Fletcher to come out and play. Nearly picked off there by the Trappers, but now it's going to be Curry who picks up the puck before he's taken down to the ice. Offside call comes as the Greyhounds couldn't keep the puck in. 53 seconds left.
A little bit of extracurricular there. It looks like from...
It's Wardell.
And
Curry.
And
the
Curry.
2 that went down in the corner.
I honestly was almost expecting that to almost be a boarding call. He got kind of his hand wrapped around his head. It kind of looked not like a super clean check. Obviously, these guys are kind of physically smaller, so it can be harder to kind of try to check each other. But I'm kind of surprised that didn't get called down as a penalty.
Well, we'll have to see if they pay attention to that moving forward.
Obviously, Curry not happy, too, after that.
No. O'Neill. Josh Curry, not to be confused with former battalion Josh Curry. Too many Currys here in North Bay. Over to O'Neill. Quick shot in the slot. McIver turns that one away, and then a good chance there by McCauley on the doorstep. Just couldn't get the shot away. Puck goes cross ice. Chance there for Huxon. Couldn't get it to go. 8 minutes left in this game. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. 2-0 Junior Greyhounds lead. Bodies keeping the puck along the boards on the far side corner. And that's going to do it for the man advantage. Fletcher tapping his stick. And Boyce comes out of the box. So the Trappers doing a good job of killing off every penalty that he has, or every penalty that they've faced. McIver's water bottle out on the ice. And now the Trappers with some chances. That was well offside. No call coming on that one.
Yeah, it looked like the linesman might have not been in the right play to call that. He was kind of lagging behind the play.
Definitely looked like he was about a foot or so ahead of the play. Lefebvre and Russo throwing their bodies around, and Dawson out there as well. Puck goes down into the Trappers zone. A good defensive effort there by McGill. Stops that pass from going cross ice. And then we're getting another penalty here.
Looks like he's going to call him for it. Not too sure what that symbol was. I thought maybe a trip.
Contact to the head, maybe.
Oh. I mean, we've seen that. This is kind of interesting. The referees have really allowed this game some grittiness in this game. They've not called a lot of penalties. It's kind of interesting where it almost feels like they're picking and choosing where they're calling stuff. There even within the last 2 minutes, there's probably been about 2 penalties that you could have called. But it looks like O'Neill's going to end up getting caught there, and it's a 4-minute double minor for contact to the head. So with 6:52 left, this is going to be the best opportunity. The Trappers need one pretty much in the next minute or two to be able to put the pressure on them.
Well, it's a double minor, so 4 minutes for the power play. Lots of ice out there for the Trappers as they go cross ice for Gravel. He can't get a handle on it. He looks up. He looks in front. They can't get it to go. Puck out front. They can't get it past Fletcher as they fan on that attempt. Palumbo down with one of the assists on the game-winning goal so far. With some speed, gets the puck down to the Trapper zone before Cowell knocks it down. Gravel with some speed in the neutral zone, and that one's going to go for offside. Battling with Fellinger.
It looks like the fans giving the linesman a little bit of a chirp there.
Yeah.
As well since that last.
Starting to sound like a battalion game here.
Great opportunities though so far. Unfortunately, one of the things I didn't like coming out of that where we got that rush from the Sioux. That puck's not moving very fast. You got to have somebody jump on that puck if you're North Bay. You can't allow those opportunities to happen when you're on the power play.
Yeah.
At this point, you let it go in, that's probably going to be the dagger. So you got to be very careful.
Yep. Lefebvre plays it back to Couch, who gives it to Gravel. Gravel, who's been on the ice for both power play units here. Dawson comes in, gets it back to Couch. Couch fakes shot, gives it to Lefebvre. A little bit too hot for him to handle, and then his pass goes down to the neutral zone and back into the Trapper zone. 3 minutes left on the man advantage on the double minor here to O'Neill, who's in the box. Just under 6 minutes left in the game. Couch sends the puck down behind the net of the Greyhounds. And Gravel comes away with it on the near side half wall. Trappers giving the Greyhounds all sorts of time as McIver comes out to play the puck. It's funny, you haven't really seen him leave that trapezoid lately.
No. Getting some practice in, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised that the student didn't try to steal that puck right off his stick, though. A little dangerous. But.
Trappers can't get anything going here. Now they might get a chance as Gravel skates it in. Takes the shot. It's knocked off. It's knocked off his stick and goes
like
over the net.
Good job from Roach getting his stick in the way there for the Sioux. Kind of what you have to do. You just want to be able to keep him getting a clean look at your goaltender, maybe hopefully get a stick on there, and exactly what happens.
Yeah. 2:28 left on the man advantage. 5:20 left in the third period. 2-0 Sioux Greyhounds lead. Cowell wins it back to Curry. Curry goes cross ice. Quick shot attempt looking for the tip for Cowell. Just missed everybody. Boys keeps the puck in. It's funny, the last Trappers game I saw, they won 13-3 against the U16s. Bit of a different game here for the Trappers for sure. Their offense has gone silent. Cowell.
Well, the net was about a foot the other way. Quite a few goals in this one.
Cowell out front. His pass goes to nobody in particular. And McIver comes out to play it there. He's out of the trapezoid there. Leaves it up quickly for Anello.
Not a good power play so far for the Trappers. They really haven't gotten anything going.
No.
The Sioux have done a good job of stopping them in that neutral zone, not letting them get possession, and when they do have possession, just collapsing around that slot, not letting them get any good looks at Fletcher.
Fletcher nearly fell over playing that puck behind the net. Would have created a golden opportunity for the Trappers, but they can't get possession.
I think that's the first time he's played the puck out of his net today.
That's true, yeah. Maybe that's why. 4:12 left in this third period. 1:15 left on the man advantage. Trappers once again attempting to gain some zone time. Couch skates it in. Takes a shot. Tries to jam it in short side on Fletcher. They can't get it. Russo falls over the puck. And now it squirts free as Lefebvre tries to get it. Back to the point. Couch pinching in. Keeps it in. Gets it quickly back to Lefebvre at the point. On a nice one-touch pass there by Dawson. Gravel goes for Russo. Russo. His shot comes in and Fletcher jumps on that one. Might have been a bit of a quick call on that one. 49 seconds left on the man advantage. 3:41 left in this third period.
And you can see the temper starting to flare here between these two teams. Lots of hard hits. A lot of questionable hits that we've talked about before. But yeah, so far, not a great shot on Fletcher. So Fletcher's had a pretty easy night so far today with just not a lot of great opportunities. Looks like not sure on. They might be calling a penalty here.
Or
a timeout.
It might be. I think it's timeout.
Timeout, yeah.
Timeout likely for the Trappers here. So Ben, your first Trappers game as we ramp down here. Not the result of the Trappers. Maybe we won't ask you back because the Trappers look to go 0-1 with you in attendance, but
with no goals.
Yeah, with no goals. Double whammy.
Yeah, it's honestly the exact opposite. Coming into this game, prepping for this game, it was basically like, okay, 6-2, 6-3, 6-3, lots of high scoring. These guys have been scoring 5-6 goals a game pretty much all season, and the complete opposite. And even playing against each other, like this is the final game that they see the entire year between each other. It's been a good game, but it's also been kind of a bit disappointing in terms of some of the offense just seems down. And it just seems like there's been some really good good chances that have just missed the net. And that's been, if there's been a big storyline for today's game, it's really the inability to hit the net with these great opportunities. And that's really what's hurt the Trappers. They could easily have 3, 4, 5 goals in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
And it kind of goes both ways. But the Sioux has taken advantage when they needed to, including killing off 4 minutes of penalties so far.
Well, there's 40 seconds left on that. And it looks like the Sioux are going to be off to a good start here with Chitteroni basically hounding Couch in his own zone. Couch trying to get away from him. Dipsy's doodles around one. Shovels the puck down behind the net. Leaves it there. Dawson comes in for some help. As there's a couple of bodies now chipping away at it. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. 3 minutes left in this third period. We'll see when McIver leaves his net for the extra attacker. Russo comes away with it. Gets it back to the point. Couch looks for some options. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Russo back to Couch. Quickly Couch with the shot. And that one's kicked off the netting. The net's kicked off its mooring rather by Fletcher.
I would have liked to see Couch take that one-timer earlier on in that play. He had a chance and he decided not to take it. But good passing. That was a good setup. Get a good opportunity on Fletcher. Again, the shot goes just wide. So that's really been the thing that's hurt the Trappers today is they got to get pucks more on net when they've had those opportunities, and they just haven't.
No, they haven't for sure. Boys sends a puck in. Bit of a rebound there by Fletcher. Everybody's digging for it now, and the Greyhounds are going to come away with it as the Trappers had a good opportunity there. Puck's sent back around behind the net. McIver plays it. Leaves it for Bradley. Cash money in net for the Trappers. The Battalion prospect. Fletcher in net for the Greyhounds. 2-0 is the lead for the Greyhounds, though, however. Bradley skates the puck up. 2 minutes left in regulation here. 2-0. Again, the Greyhounds lead. And the puck squirts around the end boards. And now it's back out for the Trappers. The Greyhounds just doing everything to keep the puck away from the Trappers and getting them out of its zone. As now that's Wardell who just skates around the Trappers zone.
Yeah, with each second ticking off that clock, the chances of them getting back into this game is a lot lower. They've got to get an opportunity in the next 40 seconds.
Shot comes in. McIver knocks that one aside. Boys chips that one around. Cowell just stuck up against the boards, can't get anything to go. Tries to chip it out, he can't make it. And then the Greyhounds just send it cross ice again. Minute 25 now left on the clock. Fellinger misses that one. No icing coming on that though, however, as McIver at the top of his crease looking to get out of his net, but he's not going to get a chance as the puck's back down into the Trappers zone. Couch looks to play it. He gets it over to Anello. Anello gives it back to Couch, who then goes behind the net. He gives it to no one in particular, but Gravel comes away with it. We're under the last minute now, and there's an icing call.
Yeah, Sue's done a very, very good job in the last 3 minutes, 2 minutes, ever since that penalty ended, of just keeping it in the Trappers zone, and the Trappers just don't have an answer for them at this point. And a great job from the Sioux killing off time on that clock. Again, when you have a 2-goal lead, you do have a cushion. They get a goal, you're still in the lead, but you're also fighting for that shutout for your goaltender at this point.
Yeah, you are. And Fletcher looking to add to his league-leading total, as you mentioned earlier. 57 seconds between him and a shutout here tonight.
His 4th of the season. Pretty impressive.
It is.
His counterpart, McGuire, 1 so far. So both goaltenders have been very, very good. In fact, McGuire was in net for the only thing that's really been against his hit for the Sioux has been that one game where North Bay scored 6 on him.
Well, they're not going to get to 6 in this one, either team. 40 seconds left on the clock. McIver has yet to leave his net, so I doubt we'll see that happen now as Russo tries to get it out to Lefebvre. Quick shot from Anello as McIver does make a run for it. So we do get an extra man out now. 2-0, Greyhounds lead. 25 seconds left on the clock. Coming up after this game is the Dave's Automotive 3 stars of the game. And now the Trappers just concede the zone and play it out to the neutral zone. Head coach Doug Sanders, he's going to have a lot of teaching moments after this one for sure. As Russo tries to get it out. Now Cook just looks down, sees the empty net, shoots it down, and he just misses the net. And with 4.1 seconds, it'll be an icing call.
I'm sure he's going to hear that one after this game.
Yeah, nearly made it a 3-0 game. And now the faceoff's going to come on the broadcast side. Walker hand side of Fletcher. And that's going to do it here as the puck's into the corner. 2-0 game for the Sioux Greyhounds, the junior Greyhounds, as they get a smattering of applause here in North Bay.
Well, they travel well.
They
do. A lot
do.
of them are parents, but still. It was a very interesting game, a very evenly matched. Both teams this could have went either way.
Yep.
Really. It wasn't, surprisingly, I think this is where the Sioux really showed how good they are was how they defended that lead in the third period. Yes, they had a 4-minute power play. They killed that penalty off really, really well. And then the last 3 minutes, they just shut it down. They didn't give North Bay basically any opportunities to get back in this game. And that's really what you need to do when you're a team that's now 12-1. Those are the differences between when you look at the two teams.
Well, really the Trappers had the control of the game through the back half of that first period. And it looked like if they kept playing that way, they were going to walk away with this game. But the Greyhounds doing a good job of really turning things on their head right now. But quickly, we'll go through our 3 stars here.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Well, Ben, I think we can agree that Chitteroni's probably going to be one of the 3 stars here for us in this one, as he scored the icebreaker.
Yeah, and it really opened up the game, too. Not just that he kind of squeaked through McIver, but then right afterwards, the next goal was pretty much money. So it definitely was kind of the big one. And I think the other 2 got to go to the goalies.
Yeah, I agree.
I do want to kind of give even though Fletcher with the shutout, I think McIver deserves a bit of a higher rank because he did make quite a few big saves, and he kept the North Bay in this game.
Yeah, they both goalies look great for sure. Fletcher coming away with the shutout. McIver, cash money, looking like a great asset here for the U18 Trappers, and the reason why the North Bay Battalion have drafted him, have signed him, have had him play a game with them, do have him practice with them as well. So it's been a good one. But with that is the end of this one. The Sioux Junior Greyhounds coming away with a 2-0 victory. Ben, final impressions before we wrap up here.
Yeah, so overall, I think the Trappers, they're their own worst enemy in this game. They had so many opportunities, and they couldn't get the puck on the net, and we were saying it all day. And it's just, you could count, they could easily have like 5 or 6 goals in this hockey game. They were, in my opinion, for the most part in this game, they were the better team, but they couldn't capitalize. And but you have to give a lot of credit to the Sioux. When they did take that lead, they held it, and they did an amazing job keeping that lead for the last, even with a 4-minute power.
Yeah, they played really well defensively for sure. Really didn't give the Trappers any room to breathe at all in that back half of that third period. But that'll do it here for our Trappers hockey today. The Frontline broadcast is back in action tomorrow when the North Bay Battalion hosts the Barrie Colts at 2 o'clock at Memorial Gardens. You can catch that game live starting at 1:50 on our YouTube channel. But as for this one, that'll do it for this one. Huge thank you to the broadcast crew here. Of course, Drew Ferris running things behind us. He's Ben Sargent. I'm Courtney Kenny. And as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.